In his book, Expand Your Borders, David Livermore refers to this next cluster as Confucian Asian, what others refer to as Far Eastern cultures or philosophical cultures of the East. This would include Confucianism, Buddhism, Taoism, Shintoism, the martial arts, and it also has a focus on honor versus shame and the idea of living a balanced life. Livermore identifies chopsticks as the cultural icon for the Confucian Asian cluster. For Europeans and Anglos, it's understandable that chopsticks stand out in Far Eastern cultures. Two other major symbols of this cluster are statues of Buddha and the yin and yang sign. Statues of Buddha can be found everywhere, in homes, in temples, out in the open, like this one pictured here, that's 80 feet tall. You will also find the yin and yang sign, or the idea of yin and yang, throughout this cluster of cultures. It's found on the Korean flag. It's found in many martial arts dojos. The idea of yin and yang was popularized through the light side and the dark side of the Force in the Star Wars stories. This is a reflection of George Lucas, the producer, and his Zen Buddhist philosophy. Buddhism is a non-theistic philosophy of life. It has no specific sacred writings. It is a philosophical mindset following the sage, the Buddha, the enlightened one, who expressed the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. Although there are different divisions or branches of Buddhism, these teachings are what they hold in common. Livermore does an excellent job in explaining Li and Ren, as well as the social order within the Confucian Asian cluster. I simply encourage you to read the material, read it well, and take particular note of the social order for these Far Eastern cultures. Once again, pay careful attention to the descriptions of these cultural dimensions in Expand Your Borders. There are additional materials in the lecture section of this module that will help you understand this particular cluster group, so make sure to read that material as well and watch the video East and West.